What's up, everybody? We are over at stage 4, our elite women. Starting with this one, we've already seen a couple heats go so far, so we at least have a sandbag score to beat. 78 from E Church. We're going to look at the next heat of women take on this one, and we'll give a description as they get set up and ready to go. I'll flip that camera around.
You got judges?
We can see what the stage looks like. So we got sandbags, parallettes that they're going to need to bring them over, back and forth. Then their shooting stage will alternate between rifle and then, oops, excuse me, oh, a little dusty out here. And then pistol.
It was a last minute decision.
It's kind of an EMOM, kind of an AMRAP, whichever way you want to look at it. They will have 1 minute on the clock to get as many sandbags over their parallettes. And then they will have 1 minute at the firing line. With rifle, it's going to be some part of the rifle needs to touch the top of their barricade. And they will have 12 shots. And then they will go back to an EMOM of as many sandbags over the parallettes as possible. And then they will move to pistol, and we'll show you what those targets look like. As they take on their first event of the day, 2024 Nationals.
I need a new clicker. Not hers isn't working. She's on her fingers.
First lane here, Jenna Blackwell, long black hair, backwards hat. You guys recognize her. She's been here all season along with Kalarina Woodard, rather.
Great pace, just like that.
Brittany Underwood in the center, blonde hair. Next to her, Lupe Hernandez. And then Katie Knight in your final lane.
Let's go, Lupe. Let's go.
So each of these women, they chose to end that EMOM a little bit early so that strategically you can see most of the women put their sandbags at this side to make that transition easier when they are done with the rifle portion. So the rifle rounds 1, 3, and 5, they have to be from an upper position, but a different part of the tank barricades. These are tank traps, rather.
30 seconds.
See, each one chooses a slightly different way to ensure that they can stabilize their rifle. With that nice tucked position. Katie kind of sitting on her back leg there.
Watch the 180 on that, Katie.
And then they will do that clearing procedure before then. See, athletes who brought it over to there, it just saved a little bit of time of having to go back up and over the parallettes because it was already there. In the previous seats, and what you can see Katie, who's closest on your screen, is doing right now, these touch and go of the sandbag. The weight for the women, that's a 125 sandbag.
Good job. Keep working.
And we'll see, this is only the second round. They'll have 6 total.
Okay, let's go. 3 more. Come on.
With that sandbag there, she chose to drop it, but accumulated fatigue, that's something that they're going to be looking at over the course of 3 days of competition.
Good job. Good job.
Just looking at the other programming for today, they have a long range and then they have a 2-gun stage, but the long run, a 6-mile run, it's a ruck run, and they increase weight each round. So when you're thinking of the lower back, hinging, the posterior chain muscles are certainly going to feel it after today. So now we are to our pistol. And if you have this up at a desktop, you can see just how small those targets are. So for the rifle, that was 12 shots, but for the pistol, just 10.
Seconds.
So as soon as they're done with the shooting, they can come back to those sandbags and get ready for the next round. But they will have to wait until the countdown from the RO before they can continue. So the feet have to step all the way over the box that the parallettes are essentially in. So they get it over the parallette, and they step over the wooden box that really just looks like part of the ground because it's so dusty. Let's see, so we have Jenna, Cal, Britt. Nope, Britt is doing touch and go reps. So the bag just needs to touch the ground in order for it to count. Little trip, no worries, just gonna reset.
15 seconds.
Yep, Lupe deciding to add a little bit early so that she can keep the sandbag on the closest side so that when she's done with the shooting portion, she can just get right back into it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, shoot.
Your screen, Katie Knight here. She's in her first year competing in elite, and so her background is Spartan races and tough runners. She is incredibly enduring, and I know one of the events that she's looking forward to later today is going to be that 6-mile run. I was talking to a couple other competitors, and they were saying that she's trying to beat out a lot of the elite men's best time. So that's one that we'll have to keep an eye on her later today.
Do it.
Wait till you even pick it up.
Lupe, an 8-time regional podium athlete
4, 3,
with 3 first place to her name of those podiums.
Good job, Katie.
So this entire AMRAP is going to last 12 minutes, but then the kicker. When the 12 minutes is up, they will not have any more of the shooting components in this stage, but they will then have an additional 3 minutes on the clock to get as many sandbags over the parallette as possible.
Shooting them long legs, just stepping over there one step. Good job, Cal.
And when they're on to the next shooting portion, we will check in with their judges. We'll see where their clickers are at for how many up and overs of that sandbag they've gotten. How many clicks do you have for
22.
22 for Jenna? Are you with Britt?
Yes.
What do we got? 32 for Britt, or 34, dyslexic. 21 and 30. So 34 for Britt, right in the middle. She is your leader for sandbags.
Clear. 30 seconds.
If you're new to tactical games, or if you just need a good reminder.
Good, clear.
The
15 seconds.
fastest athlete or the best athlete or whoever has the highest score isn't always necessarily the one that is going to win the stage, as they'll have to add the shots that they got or deduct from the misses that they had at the end of the stage. And also, if you're new to tactical games, so our ladies who are sitting right now with the clickers, that was the elite women's heat before this one. So the way it works, the way that we have our judging in the sport of tactical games is whatever heat gets done, you will then judge the second heat. So it's all athlete judging, which I think is a really interesting component of how community driven this sport truly is, and how that is at the forefront of what they do. Of course, being competitive, wanting to win, especially when you get to these elite divisions, is part of it. But it still has that really grassroots feel by having athletes judge each other.
Brand, make sure you're on the right target.
So if you could do that, this judge was just reminding me to be on the right target, which when you hear it might be incredibly obvious, but when you are in a central game and not one at the end, I know from personal experience, it is sometimes hard to know unless you look through your scope and count how many in every time. So that is something that will sometimes happen, and there are protocols and procedures that they use in scoring to do their best to hold the integrity of everybody's work and what they've done while they're on the competition floor.
Come on, Bockwell.
Keep it moving.
Big push, big push.
30 seconds!
Nice.
Go. Go, ladies.
So Brittany was able to be on top of the podium once in 2023. She finished second, just ahead of Kristen Pollard.
Nice, ladies. Good work.
4, 3, 2, 1, shoot! Last round of shooting, girls. Last round of shooting.
Final time on the firing line. After this is when we then will start our 3-minute clock with as many sandbags over the parallette as possible.
30 seconds!
Clear. 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 All right, last 2 minutes.
15 seconds! Jenna. Okay. Clear. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, work! You're working for 3 minutes!
3 minutes, so
Hold.
this is when things are going to get tough if they aren't already.
You're at 42 right now. Go, Katie.
You can see a couple of the women, if you look really closely, under their belt, under their vest, they have weightlifting belts on to just kind of help manage with some of that hinging fatigue that I'm sure they're all facing with those 125-pound sandbags.
There you go, babe. Come on.
Deep breath, ladies. Let's do this. Come on.
So after this, what time is it? It's about 9:30 Texas time. So they will have about 3.5 hours after this one to recover before they have that 6-mile run with the rucks. So for them, if I'm not mistaken, and we'll make sure that we update it when we give that stage commentary later today, but I believe their weights are 20 pounds, and then they'll have 40 pounds, and then they'll stay at 40 pounds.
That's it, Jenna. Come on, big breath.
Nationals is not no joke. Especially as we look at how fit and how good the fields are getting. Now that we're just about 5 years into having nationals for tactical games.
Come on, Lupe, let's go. Keep going.
Taking longer breaks, but keeping in mind that before the AMRAP was just 1 minute, and now they have 3 minutes to just kind of push and grunt through it.
1 minute left.
Come on. Pick your damn bag up. Deep breath. Let's go. Did I scare you off the sandbag? Come on, Ben.
Come on, Lupe, let's go. Come on, get those points.
Let's go, Lupe. Pick it up. Come on.
Good job.
I know it sucks. We're almost done. Let's go. Get over. Drop it. Let's go. Come on, baby.
So Britt's still holding on for a couple touch and go there.
Good.
Come on. Come on.
She says 30 seconds. Let's go.
30 seconds.
Hey, I need 3 more from you. Let's go. Let's go. Lupe. Come on.
Lupe, that'll go.
Crowd trying to encourage these ladies.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Hurry up. Let's go. Come on, Lupe. Drop it. Pick it up. Don't stop. Don't stop. Come on, Lupe.
One more, babe. Come on, Lupe.
Let's go. Yes.
Another touch and go for Britt, but then taking a longer break. But we'll see if that paid off for her.
44. You were crushing it.
We got 44. Nice, good work. See, 59, awesome.
Yay.
Good job. Let's get this fast off. Come on. Good job.
Whoa, we got a tie, ladies. 59s. Heavy breathing. I'm sorry to do this to you. At what point were you noticing that, oof, there's a lot of hinging in this one?
Probably the 4th time we picked up these sandbags. I was like, okay, I can't touch and go. So I was trying to do every other because there's so much more effort to pick it up again.
Did you think right off the bat that you would be able to hold touch and go through most of this stage?
Based on my training, I thought I could. I did it longer than I thought I was going to, so we'll count that as a win. But really that posterior chain, I'm feeling it.
So what, as an athlete, do you need to do now, knowing that that 6-mile ruck run is later today, and it's only day 1, there's still 2 more days of competition left?
In my head, I was like, all right, that's the only other like workout one today. I'm gonna get through that. I'm not best runner anymore, so I'm just gonna keep my head down and try to run through it.
Awesome work, Britt.
Okay.
Great to see you out here.
I know, this one's over.
This thing destroyed my arm.
What? No, that's okay. What's happening?
How are you?
I'm great. How are you? Was this your first one of the day?
This is my first one of the day, yeah.
How is it to open up with something like this that's really just gritty?
Good. Actually, I was just telling him, like, it's kind of a good thing that I don't have a lot of fitness expectations. So I didn't have it in my head, oh, we're going to touch and go. I just was like, let's see what we get the first time. And after that, just hang on. Which ended up paying off because the 3-minute AMRAP wasn't as bad because I wasn't touch and going every rep.
But with you and Britt next to each other, knowing that you guys actually ended up getting the same amount of reps, did either of you have any idea of where the other one was?
I thought she was lapping me. Because the only time I saw her, because I was facing this way, everything except for the AMRAP, the only time I saw her was on like the last round. I was like, oh, she's touch and going. Like, she's getting 10 around at least, because I only saw that side. So no, I had no idea where she was.
Well, good work. We'll have to see what the shooting looks like, but off to a great start.
Great.
Yeah.
I'll tell you already, it looks great.
We love to hear it. Congrats.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
First event done for the elite women. I'm gonna hop on an ATV now because we are gonna head to the start of that 6-mile run. It's gonna be a great time for everybody, but we're here at Nationals. Spirits are high, fans are hyped. It's gonna be a great weekend. We'll see you guys in just a bit.